Imam Abu Hanifa R, known generally as Al-Imam Al-Azam, the great divine, was the founder of the first of the four orthodox schools of jurisprudence in Islam, named after him. His original name was An-Nu'man ibn Sabit, born at Kufa, the capital of Iraq, in 80 Hijrah, 699 AD, in the reign of Umayyad Khalifa Abdul Malik, and died in 150 Hijrah, 767 AD, during the reign of the second Abbasid Khalifa Al-Mansur. He therefore lived the first 52 years of his life in the Umayyad regime and the later 18 years in the Abbasids. The ancestor of the great Imam belonged to one of the ancient royal families of Iran, according to the report of his grandson. But it is generally held that they came from Kabul and settled at Kufa. His grandfather Juta was closely connected with Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu. In his boyhood, Imam Abu Hanifa visited Makkah Mukarramah, accompanying his father, and have had occasion to meet some of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But it is disputed whether he learned some hadith from any of them. Imam Abu Hanifa was first educated in Ilmul Qiraat, hadith, grammar, poetry, literature, and then he specialized in Ilmul Kalam, the dialectical theology. It is evident from the account that the Imam in the first phase of his life became well versed in logic, philosophy and speculative theology. His comprehensive knowledge in the rational sciences and his long intellectual training enabled him to combat very successfully the various heretical sects and groups who were creating doubts and confusion in some complex theological problems and disturbing the peace and solidarity of Muslim Ummah. Imam Abu Hanifa explained to them the meaning of Iman and its relation with action in the light of Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. He proved that the faith and action were closely interrelated. Each of the terms conveys distinct meaning and has independent existence. So a believer does not become an infidel simply because he committed a sin under certain circumstances, but he is a sinner. The Kharijites and the Murji'is were defeated in numerous debates with the Imam, and as a result, they lost their position and influence in the society. All credit goes to this great Imam for founding the Islamic theology on the solid foundation of a religion and a revelation. After his glorious success in the field of theology, Imam Abu Hanifa turned his attention in the second phase of his life to al-fiqh, the Islamic jurisprudence. His lasting contribution to the important branch of Islamic science is that he enunciated the four principal Islamic laws, namely Al-Quran, Al-Hadith, Ijma, and Qiyas, and introduced a new principle of istihsan. The two principles of Qiyas and istihsan enable a mujtahid to solve all the new problems and issues in the light of Al-Quran and As-Sunnah, taking into consideration the welfare of the Ummah as recognized in the Sharia. This made the Islamic law progressive and dynamic in nature. Imam Abu Hanifa formed a committee of 40 learned scholars, choosing from among his 800 famous people for the codification of Islamic law for the first time in the Islamic history. This stupendous work was completed during a long period of 30 years. This code was then officially recognized as the Islamic law throughout the Islamic world. Nowadays, almost one half of the Muslim Ummah adheres to this code. Von Kilmer considered this code as the highest and loftiest achievement of which Islam was capable. May his pious soul rest in eternal peace.